Hello and welcome back to my channel. So thanks very much for everybody joining me today on Gav's Tarantulas. Just a quick update, just doing some general maintenance, and just thought I'd do a quick little video of this because I've not really shown too much. Just going to feed them. Well, I've got 3 here, Tapinauchenius species Rasti. So the Caribbean tarantula. So I'm absolutely amazed these have done really well. These 3 have grown on now to small juvenile stage, but I'll try and give you a look of them. Okay, so Tapinauchenius species Rasti, more information has been put up since Martin Husser 2018, but first analysis reveals subspecies from that as well, and you've got 2 different variants, the Husser and Rene, can never say that properly, but that was first found in 1871 by Anton Husser. But what I wanted to show you was the coloration. And this looks like the Samophaeus cambridgei, which trust me, it isn't. It's the same spider as the 2 pictures here show, going through different colour phases as they mature, which is amazing. I'm absolutely amazed I've managed to keep these 3 alive. No idea if they're male or female, but I'm going to sex them when I move them over. So I'm just going to feed them today to show you, but I am going to move these over to new enclosures, but I'm going to do that at a later video because we are finally now moving from where I'm living at the minute. So we've got a bigger house to go to, and our final house, shall we say, and I'm going to do a build there where I can do like my own studio and where I keep all of my spiders, get it all set up. So when you see me tune in and we come onto the video, I will be in the same place every time. You will see all of my spiders behind me, you'll see all my animals, so we can go through it that way. And then I'll start doing lives where I can interact with you live on camera and you can ask me what you want to see and I can show you there and then. So that's the plan. So I should be moving in a month, and then give me a couple of months to get it all set up and perfect. So I'm going to build it from scratch. Then we'll have the studio, and then you'll be able to see a different, and it'll be a whole new looking Gav's Tarantulas. So stay tuned for that. But today I just wanted to show you, see if I can give you a quick look at these Rastis. I'm going to try and feed it and just show you what I normally do to keep them, because if you can see, the enclosures are quite dry. On this one I do mist them and spray them, but I allow them to dry out. I don't allow any mould to grow in these at all whatsoever. I don't allow any standing water to build up, any excessive condensation on the top, but I do give a light misting once a week and it's been perfect. Any ones that I do more, then I start having problems with molts with them and they just don't seem comfortable. So the less moist and damp they are, these seem to thrive in it. So, but I still do mist them though, so it's just keeping that happy balance. So let's get straight into this and see if you can have a look at them. Right, okay, so sorry about the shaky hands, but you can see I have one there. I've got one of them, I'm not sure which one, which is slightly a molt ahead of the others. This one's molted again, you can see down to the left, but it's been well over a week. I've just left it in there. What they normally do is they use their molts and they reinforce their tunnels and their holes, but they were like a creamy sort of colour, and then they've got like a greenish sort of tinge on it, but as they're getting bigger, they're getting slightly darker. But you can see the different colour patterns on the feet. Sometimes you can get a threat pose from these, but it's not really like in the leagues of OBTs and everything else. It's just a little threat pose, and they normally are quite a calm species. But I'll try and introduce this cricket and we'll see what happens. Wow, okay. You couldn't really get to see it as much. I'm trying to give you a good look there, but she's taken her back round to where she stays. So sorry it's not focusing because of the webbing at different levels, but that's probably the best I'm going to get you to see of this one. I've got the other 2 which I will try as another one just slightly out, but they are just fascinating. They're quite curious as well. When I open the enclosures, they come to me and they sit out. It's like they've learned I feed them, and they're quite bold as well, but I wouldn't say defensive or aggressive. Just when I try a new food item that they're not used to, that's when I get the threat displays, but other than that, no. So I'll just try to show you the coloration there, but can't see it. What we do is a light misting, a little bit of water just on top of the web, and that's it done. That's all I do every few days or once a week, depending on how warm the setup where I've got them is. So I keep them at about around 24 and I get a perfect amount of feeding from them. If you have it too warm, they eat more, they grow quicker, but they molt quicker, but then they don't seem to have the size. So I've slowed everything down. So I'm taking a bit longer with them, and I'm finding them all at the same stages. So let's get on with the next one. Okay, so this is the next one. It is just round there. I'm just going to see if I can get it to come out slightly. There we go, so we've got a bit of a better look on that one, but they held on to the tongs quite a bit, but I'm sure you could see that. I think I'll probably go back and replay that in slow-mo. But so this is the slow mode version, so I've slowed it right down. You can see the detail and the patterns on the cricket is amazing in its own, but now you can see that the antenna's on the web, the feet are on the web, the spider's slowly coming out, and you can still see how quick that is, and I've slowed it down, and both fangs driving in either side. That's got to hurt. Ouch. That's got to be painful, but it still gives you a good look at the coloration of the mouth, and you could see where the fang's gone in and it's punctured the side of the cricket and all that goo's coming out. So there's so much more detail when you slow it down, but there you go, it's amazing. We managed to get some footage of it and slowed down, so that's as much as I'm going to get for that one, but still, that was a good shot. But they just disappear. And I've had these now for a good 3 years to get them to this size. I had them from 1 centimetre and they just took too long to grow. They were just intimidated by any food item, and just finding the right balance of how to keep them where you can see it's completely dry in there. But I will just put some water in on top again. And that's all I do, so I allow the water to stay on the web, so I don't actually allow the substrate at the bottom to get soaked. I used to do that and I found I had more problems because substrate holds the water, as we all know. I could put gravel layer below it so the water sinks down, but it still gets drawn up to a certain extent in the substrate. And then I find the humidity goes this way and it does something to the web, and they just don't seem to settle as spiders in their chambers. If I leave that dry, they use their chambers and I use the top. You can see where the water lays. If they want to drink, and I have seen them do it, they will come up to the top and they'll drink straight off the web. So that's a tip with these, to keep these in a very, very good condition. But that cricket is on its way out, so let's see if we can get it. So here's the third one. It is over there. You can see the feet, but I want to see if I can get it up near here. So let's just give it a try. So excuse me if the phone gets a bit jumpy, the camera, sorry. Oh, I held on as long as I could there. They've got quite a bit of force to pull back, but you can see they're all the exact same size, but this one had a bit more of that green coloration on the top. Sorry I couldn't get you a more better look, but when I transfer these to new enclosures, which are going to be more clear, bigger space, and we'll get a good look at them going through, because I'll get them out stationary so you can have a look. But there you go, to the Tapinauchenius species Rasti, and that is definitely one to have. So I'll show you a picture there to the right, so you can see again how good they look when they're adults, but it's definitely one to find if you can get hold of these. But hope you enjoyed that, so stay tuned for the next video so you can see more of different species I've got, and then the updates of when I'm doing the move and the install, and we can see the new setup as well. So thanks very much for staying tuned, and I'll see you on the next one.